looking at him out there, as I've said, there's nothing wrong with that synthetic slingshot that he's throwing with now in terms of the surgery and the internal brace that was put in there. He's on a little bit of a pitch count, but you said it a couple weeks ago that he is the real deal. Just talk about that, what you see. You've been around a lot of quarterbacks, and I know exactly what you're saying, but for the listeners, the real deal, what does that mean?
Well, my vocabulary is not that great, so sometimes I make dramatic statements that I see it when I reread it. But that's the simplest way when people sit here and, man, how can you feel confident going in with a quarterback who's only played in 7 games, who's the last pick in the draft and stuff like that? And, well, last year he looked like one of our better guys in practice, but he hadn't done it in a game. So I was very confident that he was going to be a good player, but you're never confident that he's the real deal. And what I mean by the real deal is a legit guy. You don't have questions about him. You don't know that until he plays in games. And we got to play with him for 7 games last year. And they're real games. You watch the tape, you can't take anything away from him. He was just important as Christian was, as Debo was, as all these guys are. And when you watch some of the plays he made, just getting the ball to guys so consistently, you watch some of the plays he made when nothing was there and you didn't think there was a play, and he'd come find a way to make one. And the fact that he never lost a game. When you have that much tape, when people ask me those questions, I don't get what they're so surprised about. He put it on tape. Now you got to go out and do it again. You got to get healthy, which I think he has. Things do get harder the more you play, but he played a while. It's not just me who says that and thinks that. It's every player on our team. So that's not what we're worried about. We're trying to put the best guys out there. I always say, like most people do, you never stay the same, and Brock played real well in those 7 games, and we expect him to play better this year.